It's commonly known that most fights end up on the ground, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself why that might be? In this video, we're going to show you the 3 biggest reasons why most fights and violent altercations end up on the floor. And we're going to build you a self-defense stance that you can start practicing with straight away, that's going to help you to stay standing in a violent altercation and help you minimize the risks of going to the floor. So the number 1 biggest reason why fights end up on the ground is because you put yourself there. So most people do not have a stable fighting stance, and what happens when they are under pressure, they're getting pushed, pulled, punched, they end up losing balance and going to the ground, or simply just tripping over their own feet and falling over. So the first part of the self-defense stance we're going to build is all about footwork, to make sure that if we're in a violent altercation, we don't lose balance, we don't trip over our own feet. So we're going to go into our stance, put one foot in front of the other, just like this. Our back foot is going to be slightly raised. So it's going to be slightly raised off the ground, and our weight is going to be transitioned more into the front leg, like this. So you see we're leaning more into the front leg. Now if Raul wants to come forward, he's going to spring off the back leg and move forward, just like this. And if he wants to move backwards, he's going to do the opposite. Now, he should be moving backwards because this is a self-defense situation. So he's going to be moving back, pushing off the front leg with his weight on the back leg. Now, where it normally goes horribly wrong is when people move from side to side and they end up crossing their feet over, and that's where they fall over and end up going to the ground. Exactly. So to make sure that we don't end up in that situation, when we're moving side to side, we're going to avoid crossing over. If we want to go to the right, we're going to push off our left leg. And if we want to go to the left, we're going to push off our right leg. So what happens is we're never crossing over. Just like that. And if we want to change angles and pivot, we're going to imagine our foot's pinned to the floor, our front foot, and then we're going to spin, making sure again that we're not crossing over. So the whole time we're moving, naturally moving around, we're never ever crossing over our feet. So the next biggest reason why fights end up on the ground is because someone puts you there. So somebody has either tackled you to the ground, grabbed you and muscled you down to the ground, or they've hit you and knocked you down. So we need to build on our self-defense stance to make sure that it's really hard for somebody to tackle us, grab us, or hit us. So looking at tackling first, we're going to build into our self-defense stance a low center of gravity. Okay, so going back into our stance here, we're going to add on it, right? So we're going to add dropping our center of gravity. Now this should feel a bit of a burn in your thighs, your quads, right? If it doesn't feel uncomfortable, you're not doing it properly. Don't worry though, because fights only last 20 seconds anyway, roughly. So there's nothing wrong with this being uncomfortable. It means you're doing it right. So you're lowering your center of gravity. So if I'm stood up like this in a normal fighting stance, Raul tries to grab my leg, he can pick it up really easily. So the purpose of dropping my weight down is if Raul tries to take my leg in a single leg takedown, it's a lot harder for him to get it, okay? Because my weight is on that leg. So my center of gravity is lowered. I'm now a lot heavier. And if he does come to take me down, all I'm gonna do is just drop my weight down on him, okay? Or I could grab his eyes, lean into him, whatever. So being in this stance here makes you heavier, essentially, but it also makes it easier for you to respond by going into a sprawl or dropping your weight down on him to make that tackle really hard. So that's tackling. What about grabbing? Now, if a grabber or a grappler wants to get hold of you to drag you down to the ground, they're probably going to want to take your arms, okay? So they're probably going to want to take your arms, and then they can, rip my shoulder out then they can drag you down to the ground. The way of avoiding that, the way we're going to build on our self-defense stance, is to just tuck our elbows in, right? If we tuck our elbows in, he can no longer take our arm. We could be here all day. He's not going to get my arm, right? So I'm just tucking my elbows in, and it makes it virtually impossible for somebody to grab my arm. And in terms of other grab defenses, we've done videos on loads of different ways to avoid getting grabs, and if you do get grabbed, how to get out of it. But the main principle here is tuck those elbows in, and then the grappler can't take your arms off you. Well, this is all great, but what if I end up tripping over a raised curb or a spilled drink? The third most important reason why fights end up going to the ground is because something puts them there. When people are in a fight or a violent altercation, they get tunnel vision and they focus solely on their assailant, on the threat in front of them. And consequently, they miss the raised curb behind them, the spilt drink on the floor, the piece of wood sticking out of the ground, and they end up falling over because of that. So the last thing that we need to build into our self-defense stance is scanning. okay? Looking around. So we've got everything. We've got the footwork. We've got lowering our center of gravity. We've got our hands high, our elbows in, our chin down. The next thing we're going to be doing is not just focusing on our target. We are always looking around, using our peripheral vision, seeing what's behind us as we're moving around dealing with someone. The threat's in front of us, but we're using as much of our 360 vision as we can to understand what is around us and underneath us too. So you've got the stance, take it away, start practicing, let us know how you get on with it. And if you want to watch a video about how to deal with angry people so that you don't end up in a violent altercation to begin with, then you should definitely watch this next video.